Hello everyone and welcome back to my Flosstube. It's been a while again. I got in such a good routine of sort of recording every 2 weeks and then life happened, holidays. I've been to 2 weddings and hen parties and the weather is lovely here in the UK, so we've spent lots of time in the garden and paddling pools and yeah, time's just kind of got away from me. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I've been doing a few different crafty bits as well, not just cross stitch. So I got the new Cricut machine. I've had one before, but it's been a while, and I've been like a little kid at Christmas. I just want to play with it all the time and make all new things. And I've been making things for other people as well, which has been really, really nice. But it has affected my stitching. So normally I do like 20 to 30,000 stitches a month, and I think I've barely even scraped the surface of that. But I've been enjoying myself, and that's the main thing, really. So I think it was like March time that I last did a video for you guys. So I've not got loads of projects, but I've made some good progress on the ones that I have been working on. So I'm quite happy to show you those. A couple of finishes, which has been quite nice, and then a couple of new starts, and then I've got some little plans that I want to do. I don't want to make too many plans because, like I said, I'm really enjoying like the paper crafts as well that I'm doing at the minute. So I'm just gonna not be too strict and then just work on what I feel like working on the day, because it's not a job, you're supposed to enjoy it. So I think it is going to be probably more once a month, unless I do loads and I feel like I need to show you guys. So do bear with me. There will be more to come, but you guys know what it's like when you lose your sticky bug. You just you don't want to force yourself to do it. These are supposed to be projects of love and enjoyment. And I don't want to see it at the end and think, oh, I hated doing that one. I had to force myself to finish it. I want to really enjoy them. So do bear with me. You'll notice that I'm in a different setting today. Now, I normally record in my little box room in my house at home when Lizzie's gone to bed, and it's usually really late at night and I'm shattered and the lighting's not great. So I thought I'd change things around. This is actually my optician's practice, so welcome. On a Saturday we close at 12 o'clock, so I just thought I'd take another half hour before I go home, and it's a lot brighter in here. It might sound a little bit echoey though. I'm not sure. It's a really big old building, but I think definitely it will look better, and it means I've not got to be quiet for Lizzie, and I've got a nice big table in front of me, so I've got all my projects laid out, so I'm a bit more organised as well. So tell me what you think. I think it's nicer, and I've got a nice big fireplace behind me as well. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my whips, and then I'll show you the other bits throughout. I'm going to make the editing a little bit easier, so I'm just going to show you my printouts, if that's okay, just because it takes me so long to edit, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've not been motivated to do the videos as well. So the first one I'm going to show you is The Witching Hour by Lisa Parker. If you've seen my other videos or followed me on Instagram, you will have seen this one before. This is my focus piece for this year. I started it in October of last year, so I want to try and get this finished of October this year. So it'll be my first Haid finish, and it will have been done within a year. It's only the mini one, but still, I think it's going to be an achievement. So since you saw this, I've done 11,133 stitches, which sounds loads, but I feel like I've not worked on it that much, but I obviously have. So I've now done 36,599 stitches. So there we go. Oh, and I love it. I'll just bring it a bit closer so you can see. Hopefully it'll focus in. So I started working on the books. My God, guys, these are awful. There's so much confetti, but it'll pay off. They're supposed to be like text on the spine of the books, and obviously you can see like the light reflecting, so that is going to look amazing. I did some more over here on the arm of the cat, and then I wanted to see sort of where the next book started, so I worked around and did the other eye, which there's still quite a bit to do in there, but you can see it coming together, and it makes me so happy looking at this one. And this is about 50% done now, so I'm at 49.46%, which is awesome. Oops. I've not got a board here, so I've kind of clipped them all together, just so you can see it clearly. So, like I said, I wanted this one to be finished in October this year. So that would mean I need to roughly do 7,500 a month, which equates to roughly 1,800 a week, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you've lost your Stitchy bug a bit, that is a lot. So I'm going to do my best. I think as long as it gets done this year, it will still be an achievement. But I really want it done by October. So yeah, fingers crossed I will. So next one. I've not done too much on this one, but I'm going to show you it anyway. So I've not got a cover photo for this, so I'll insert one. And I've not got an iron here at work, so they look awful. But you can still get the idea. So I think last time you'd seen Snow White and Cinderella, and then I'd started to work on Sleeping Beauty's dress. So I did 357 stitches. I'll just show you. I can't remember if I showed you. I changed the beads out on Cinderella, so they were a little bit smaller. And I think that looks way better. I think you can still see it. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can. But the other ones were just far too big. And I do really like how it's coming together. It's not one that I really sort of pull out regularly, but if I don't really need to think, or if like Ryan puts a film on and I'm not really into it, I'll just stitch along with this one. And this is from Luna Fox Stitch, and they all work on Pattern Keeper as well, so it's a really easy stitch. So this one, I've now done 3,712, and that's 23%. So I'm almost a quarter of the way done with that one. So next one, itchy nose, it's something about when you're recording, I think, isn't it? So next one is The Little Gamer by Gecko Rouge. And I'll show you that one. Here we go. So I have done 2,331 stitches since you last saw it. So it's now at 11,685, which is 21%. So I worked some more on the background around here and down here, I think, and then more in this little guy here. I'm not quite sure who he's supposed to be. He's like this, I don't know, Martian astronaut guy, I don't know. But yeah, I like this one. It's coming together quite nicely. The colours really pop. Although it's looking a little bit grubby, it'll definitely need washing when it's done. But yeah, I really like this one. So that's coming together. Next one, again, I've not worked on this one too much at all, but I'm still going to show you. And that's the Pocahontas Story Keep by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is my first story keep, but I did buy all of the princesses when there was like a winter sale or something. So I've done 211 stitches, so not too much. I think I probably only spent an hour on this one. So that now takes it to 8,399, and that's 22%. I'm still not sure on this one, you know. I do like it, but you have to kind of look from far away, I think. Let me see if I can show you some of the detail. Yeah, and it is getting a little bit chunky sort of around like her face. A lot of confetti and lone stitches in this one, but I think when it's done it will look really nice. And I'm, like I said, I'm almost a quarter of the way through on that one. So the next one, I've not got it with me. I just did a bad dash this morning, just putting in everything that I thought that I'd worked on. But my Once Upon a Time is so huge, I've not got it in a project bag. It's just kind of sat in a box on my craft table. So I have worked on Once Upon a Time by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I'll put a picture in here. I'll try and put a picture of where I was. I've put 3,666 stitches in this one since you last saw it. So it's now at 5,837, which is still only 1.4%. I'm not sure I'll ever get that finished, but maybe when I retire. But I'll put it on anyway. My next one I've not got any stats for because it's not compatible with Pattern Keeper. But I can't remember if I did one or I think I did two. So this is the cryptid cell from the Witchy Stitcher. I'm sure you will have seen this across Instagram at some point. And the Witchy Stitcher announced that she's going to do another cell, but it's the same kind of style, but it's the supernatural one, which for me is probably a lot more, my genre. I like a lot of fantasy books. So you're looking at like witches, werewolves, vampires, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about that. But I thought, oh my God, how can I start a new one when I'm not even finished the other one? So I did, over a couple of days, I did some more cryptids. Oh, I need to move back a bit. So this is where it is right now. I did change it a little bit, even though she told us not to. Oh my goodness, this is not working. So at the end of the cell, she gave you a choice of 3 that could go up in this gap here. But I liked 2 of them and I wanted to incorporate them. So what I did was I changed one of the middle ones that I wasn't that keen on, and I adapted the Bigfoot one so he would fit in that box. So I think I did the Bigfoot and the Yeti since you last saw it. But I love the Bigfoot one. And I just changed, I put the little moon in and the tree, which wasn't charted. And then I just did the Yeti called for. So yeah, I'm really happy with that and how it's coming along. So yeah, sorry, you can probably hear the phone in the background, but the answering machine is on. So that is that one. Now the next ones are new starts. I think I talked about this one in my plans on my last video. And that is Serena Sprout from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I think I was just waiting for the fabric, which I ordered from the Stitchy Ferret, who is one of my go-to fabric dyers. And she did a custom dye for me, which was really lovely. So here we go. I've done quite a lot on her, to be fair. I think she looks awesome. So I've done probably about a quarter. If I show you, yeah, it's like this sort of quarter here. However, her dress is like full coverage, so it's going to take me quite a while, I think, to get through it. So I have done on this 3,490 stitches. And I just love it. I love the flowers in the hat. I think the best. I think it looks really nice. And I did swap a couple of the colours out and put these sulky threads in that I was given. So yeah, I think that's coming along really nice. This one is kind of compatible with Pattern Keeper. So I can get it to go into Pattern Keeper and it shows you all the grids and the symbols and everything, but you can't link the colours with the symbols, and it counts all of this blank space as stitches as well. So it says there's like 25,000 stitches altogether in it, but there isn't. There's a lot less than that. So it does give me a percentage, but it's not accurate. But I know how many stitches I've actually done. So I have to kind of refer to the paper chart a little bit as well, but it's still working. And yeah, I'm really happy with the colours. And the fabric she did for me is gorgeous. It really matches the picture, that like the mock-up picture that I sent her. So she did a great job. So that's that one. And I started another one, which I don't know why I started this when I did, to be fair, because it's such a huge project. I'm just going to show it you on the tablet. So I started this one that I found on Etsy. I actually was looking because I found diamond paintings by this designer, and I knew that she used to have Disney ones licensed, but you can't get a hold of them anymore. So I found this on Etsy, and it is licensed. It cost me like £25, which is the most I've ever spent on a cross stitch pattern, I think. But I do love it, and it's Maleficent. It's like from the film. And it's like that stained glass effect. I can't remember the name of the designer, so I'll try and put that down below. I'll try and remember. I just spent one evening working on this. There's so many colours on this. I think there's over 100 colours, so it took me ages just to try and get those together. And I only did 638 stitches, so it's barely anything, and that's 0.2%. I don't think this one is going to get a lot of work on it anytime soon, because I do want to focus on my Once Upon a Time if I'm going to work on a big project, because I've done a lot more on that one. But it's definitely a beautiful pattern, and I will come back to it. So moving on, I've got some finishes. And again, you will have probably already seen these, but yeah, I'm excited to show you in person anyway. So I bought a lot from Luna Fox Stitch, which you will notice. So she does quite a lot of Disney ones. I've got the princess dresses, and I've got Pascal, and then I bought pretty much all of her stamp collection of the villains and the princesses, because I want to do like a bit of like a tapestry kind of what do you call it? Like not quilting, but a big kind of canvas of them. And through her page, she did a free stitch along, and it was Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So this was completely free, and I think it's still free up until the 1st of June. And it was a pleasure to work on. Let me just put that there so it zooms in. And it only took me 3 days. There's barely any back stitch, so it was really easy. And there's a lot of block colouring as well. I think it was something like 6 colours. It's not a lot at all. And then I just finished it on in this sort of like, it's like a rubber hoop that I got from Hobbycraft. I got like 3 of them, and they were dead cheap. And I think it looks really, really nice. I think this may be 32 count that I've done this one on. And I did it over 2 strands over 2, and it came out really, really nice. So I spent 3 days on that one, and this was 2,206 stitches. So yeah, that goes in pride of place in my craft room up on the wall. So I love that one. Next one. I feel a bit, out of sorts doing this. It's been too long. This is why I can't have big gaps. So the next one, I think you did see me start this one, but not finish. So this is the Witch Healer. And this is from Cute Patterns by Maria. And I did this as a part of the sort of Stitch for Ukraine. She looks fab. It took me quite a long time to do this one because there was a lot of blends, and these plants had the most backstitch of any pattern I have ever done. But it looks great, and I love how it came out. And the fabric was coffee, which is called Coffee Craft Fabric, I think it is, and I get a monthly subscription from her. And this might have been 32 count linen as well. Done 2/2. Yeah. But you can see all the blends in there, and it looks fab. It really works, but it took me a long time. So yeah, 11 days, and it was 4,956 stitches. And it's just, again, finished in one of those Hobbycraft hoops. I think they were ranging from £2 to £4, and they fit in there really nice. So this is just for show, doesn't really do anything. So they're not probably the best for actually stitching with, but I think for framing, they look really, really nice. So yeah, that is that one. Now the other finish that I did is a little bit different. One of my sort of go-to floss tubers is Bendy Stitchy, and I think she usually, when she posts it comes out on early hours of a Sunday morning. So I usually watch hers religiously while Lizzie's having a breakfast and coming around a little bit. And she always puts her she does a lot of small pieces, and she puts them in a scrapbook rather than trying to frame them. And because I have got a lot of smalls, and I've got a magazine subscription, and that has a lot of smalls in it as well that I want to do, but you think, where am I going to put it? And she puts them in a scrapbook. So I decided to copy. I'm not going to lie about it. I copied her idea, and I made myself a little scrapbook. So I just did one page to sort of see how I was going to get on with it. And then I did another page with my first finished cross stitching, and I did it all sort of earthy themed and teal to match the fabric. And this, I think that might be 32 count as well. This is from the Stitchy Ferret, and look at him. It's from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. And they did, I think it's the June edition, they did 40 odd characters, mythical characters. And I just loved this guy. He reminds me of Mr. Tomness from Chronicles of Narnia. So as soon as I saw him, I knew that I wanted to do him. And then there's a few others. There's mermaids, unicorns, there's a Bigfoot. There's loads, but yeah, I want to put a few of those in. And then for the Witchy Stitch Sal coming up, I'm not sure that I want to do a big picture again. So I think I'm going to put the supernatural ones in here and do a different page of all the different themes. And then it just makes a nice little keepsake for me, really. And I get to play with my Cricut machine and make stickers. So I was able to tie the two together, which was quite nice. And I also got Ryan thinks I'm mad. He really does. Every time another Amazon parcel comes, he's like, "Oh, here she goes again." But I got these like little wax seal kit. So you actually warm it up with the little candle and it melts, and then you pour it on. And I've got like 5 different stamps. So I stamped this tree in and then just coloured it in with like a green metallic pen, and I think it looks really adorable. But yeah, it's just another way of me playing, really. I don't like finishing cross stitch. I don't like putting it in frames. It never seems to look right. I can never get it central, but then I'm too tight to pay anybody. So that was a way of finishing it myself in a style that I knew that I was going to be happy with. So yeah, that's that one, which I'm really happy with. So next I have plans. So I've talked to you about the Supernatural style from the Witchy Stitcher. Now the other one that I bought again in Heaven and Earth Designs sale. I can't get my words out today. So I bought this one. You can't really see that. This is Mini Sleeps with Butterflies by Margaret Morales. Let me just zoom in so you can see. So another full coverage, but I saw her on somebody else's Instagram and I really wanted to give it a go. So I bought her, when did I buy her? Probably about 3 months ago, and I've been meaning to start her, and then other people have sort of said that they had similar projects on Instagram, so we kind of decided that June is going to be the start time for that one. And then I have bought bits of haul. I've had a few different fabrics come through, needle minders. I've stocked up on some of my floss. The Witching Hour needed some, and Serena Sprout needed some because I had initially did her from Stash, but now I'm too short. So I've ordered a few bits, but I've not got them here to sort of go through with you. But I just did bring one thing that I bought, and that is this little cutie. I got it off eBay. I assume that it's still in print. I've seen a few people stitch it. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's hard to find or anything. And this is A Kiss for a Snowman, and it's a Petite Dimensions gold collection. I've got no plans to sort of start that immediately, but I'm thinking that I'm probably going to try and do that. So it's a Christmas finish, and it's only 6 inches square, so it's really small, but I thought I might be able to make that and put it in like a little Christmas themed frame, and then put it out as a Christmas decoration and just put that somewhere in our living room on display. I'm considering changing her hair just to a slightly lighter colour as well, because Lizzie's got like a dark blonde hair. So yeah, I think I'm going to change her hair, and then I can say that that's Lizzie. So yeah, that's another one of my plans. And then other than that, there's not really much that I've sort of written down to go through. So one person that I really enjoy watching is Flossabilities, Lauren and her mom. They've got some gorgeous full coverage projects. So if you like your bigger pieces, then she's a good one to watch. And she's just finished the Cheese Factory by Pain Free Crafts, and it looks amazing. And she goes through sort of how she cleans the project when it's done and how she finishes it. And she just did a really, really good job on it. It's such an achievement. So if you're looking for somebody new to watch and you've not watched Lauren before, she's a good one to go to, and she's called Flossabilities, and I'll put that below. And I guess the only other thing is sort of what can we do sort of going forward. Now, one thing that I did want to sort of put out there is I've seen a few people like going to retreats and things. Now, I know this is probably bigger in America than it is in the UK. I live in sort of the north of England, and I saw Teresa, the little stitcher, she did one in Essex. And I would have travelled to that, but I didn't know about it until it was posted up on Instagram. So I just wondered if there is anybody sort of around the north of England that would be, well, if they know of any sort of conventions or stitchy places you can go to, or if not, is that something that we could arrange as a community so we can all come together and maybe just for a weekend and do some stitching? Ryan's always off playing golf with his friends and going away, and I want to do the same, but for the things that I enjoy. So I'm just putting it out there. Nobody might be interested, and that's absolutely fine. But if you are, it's definitely something that I want to get involved in. And if it's something we can organise, then 100% I'm up for that. And then lastly, it's just putting it out to you guys. Is there anything in particular that you want to see from this channel? I know quite a few people do stitch alongs. I don't know whether you would want to stitch on like one of my heids with me. And then I do quite a lot of other crafts. So I've got some big diamond painting projects from Diamond Art Club. I've got 3 of those. And like I said, I do quite a few paper crafts. So maybe you want to do the scrapbooking with me or make cards with me or something like that. I've not put anything on as yet, just because I'm not sure whether they fit, whether people would be interested. I don't know. So I'm putting it out to you guys. If you're quite happy to see other different crafts, or if you think it's better just as cross stitch, or maybe just keep them separate, I don't know. You let me know, and I'll have to think about what I can do. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to lock the shop up, and I'm going to go home and have some lunch. And hopefully I will see you guys in another 2 to 3 weeks with a bit of an update. Sorry, it's been a bit sort of all over the place. I feel really out of sorts with it. I've lost my rhythm, but hopefully you enjoyed it and you enjoyed seeing my updates as well. Do enjoy your stitchy time and come and chat with me on Instagram. So see you soon.